Hello, and welcome to House Rolls. Alright, we are operating with, again, a slightly diminished cast tonight, but we are very excited to bring this leg of the story to you guys. Let's see, as you all go about Camelot City in your own ways, you discover a number of different inns, taverns, and curious places to stay the night. A city denizen talked about a mysterious byproduct of the city's crystal, which provides a wealth of magical power to both protect the city and allegedly create an aura that artificially enhances the mood of the middle and upper ring of the city. You found pretty quickly that the kind of tourist trap that Camelot City is after talking with several visitors. It largely seems to pride itself on its access to pre-cataclysmic magic, and with the crystal happy gas pumped into the air, it serves as both a great vacation spot and a spellcaster's pilgrimage destination. All that was interrupted as an ancient white dragon attacked, a dragon you are all too aware of. As you wake up for your first full day in the city, you get overwhelming feeling that leaving will not be so easy, and perhaps your time is best spent preparing for whatever lies next on your agenda. Who is visiting, and where could they be from? How do you escape a city with an empowerful, enchanted field? What should be done about the dragon, if anything? And blah, 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 blah. As the four of you awake, Lucian and August in the Oakling House Inn, and Lincoln to a bumbling Yorick handling over one last gift, a superior feat of alchemy in his time as a medical practitioner, a potion for the one a step from death. The gnome left, asking Lincoln to share his goodbyes and well wishes with the rest of the group as he escaped to find his family and bring them to a new land. Before the gnome left, however, Zunrith witnessed Yorick make a number of rather sketchy visits around the city to some shady locations. With a short interaction between the tiefling and the drow, Lincoln and Zunrith made their way around looking for the two von Bathory siblings. It didn't take long for you to hear the excited mutterings of a brawl between a handsome half-elf and a supposed pit dragon. You find your way making yourself over to the Oaklings Inn, and within there is a large crowd that is beginning to move from the major dining hall into kind of this arena room. And we will go ahead and give you all a different screen to look at. Realizing that the person doing the brawl is not here. So instead, there are, while you are witnessing, Lucian kind of does a little bit of prepared. You can see a number of injured warriors that their most grievous of wounds have been tended to this morning. There seems to be a lineup of different people competing, and it's halfway through, essentially. Lucian heads to the northwest corner, where there is a spiral staircase, and you can see a counterpart at the southwest corner, presumably at two different entrances into this arena. But there are a number of interesting individuals around. Would you all like to try and place a wager on how well Lucian does? Get a little bit of gambling money going.
Who do we know who he's facing against first?
You heard the rumors about the pit dragon, and you can see
the pit dragon.
Oh, the pit dragon.
Yes, you can see
sorry,
Curlin, the pit dragon. Whether it's a title or that is the actual kind of creature, whatever that might be, you're unsure. But its name is Curlin.
Yeah, Lincoln is not the kind to gamble, so I don't think he would. He may actually just go over towards some of the wounded soldiers and just check to make sure that no other additional assistance is needed.
Okay. You make your way over, and there is an individual you can see with the red dot on the map. Kind of this ginger hair and a little bit of a stronger jaw. Probably based off of the facial expression, has just lost. And he looks to be the worst off in this situation. Kind of looks over to you. How do you approach him?
Just casually walking around, so I mean, he doesn't make a beeline or stare at him. He's just kind of walking around and looking at different people, and he will just eventually stop. next to him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Kind of looks over at you. What do you want?
Um, Nothing. I was just looking around, and one of my companions is going to be in the next fight.
Oh, the one fighting the pit dragon. Good luck with that.
Uh, who is the pit dragon, or what is the pit dragon?
Mysterious, individual, not human, but can communicate, writes messages, uses its claw.
Um, my apologies. I just walked in. Did you happen to compete yet?
Yes. And you can see the grimace on his face. Came here as part of a peaceful extension for the upcoming gala from Avalon. Representative Ugnut, and kind of holds his hand out.
He reaches out and shakes his hand. Ah, very nice to meet you. My name is Lincoln Dillick.
Nice to meet you, Lincoln. Well, out of character, did you mention that you were gonna see if you could assist in healing,
Um,
or were you just?
yeah, I did mention out of character that if anyone needs
Oh,
assistance,
okay.
then he would try to tender, or he would try to assist as well. But he wouldn't just be all up in everyone's business and overlooking the physicians that are already tending in. He'd just keep an eye out for anything that stands out.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, as this all is happening, why don't August and Zunrith? What are you guys kind of looking at as you enter this room?
I'm wanting to see what the odds are
Okay.
on this fight.
Okay. You go over to a group of individuals discussing Curlin's history, which is about kind of an 80-20 success range. He's not undefeated, and most people are seeming to regard the Pit Dragon as a he, which is interesting.
Is there a betting table? Is there like any like wager like odds that they're doing, or is it just like people are just like I'm sitting around betting with my friends?
Yeah, no, there's a little bit of a table. I'll go ahead and ping it for you if it's the same controls. This individual right here, looks to be kind of right in front of a table, and she has this kind of this red hair, but there are almost fins spiking out like little horns throughout her head. They give her almost like a fishy-like appearance. There's something about her that's very aquatic in nature, but she looks to be kind of dealing with things at the betting table. A couple individuals kind of walk by, writing down names on like little sheets of paper, and she seems to be collecting a deposit for the bets that are made. You can also see that as you're looking over, the drow individual you rescued on the ship seems to have found their way into this location. They kind of walk through, gauging the atmosphere, go over, and start to bet. And you overhear a little bit that they are betting on the pit dragon.
Okay. I'll just quickly go over to the betting table. What are the odds currently?
Well, the odds for this particular fight are going to be in favor of the pit dragon, likely. This is an individual, this, Lucian is, unknown. He's,
Right. So what are the odds, or are you not at liberty to say?
well, I mean, I feel like it's fairly obvious that the odds are in favor of the pit dragon. I don't know if I want to say the percentages, but I'm sure you can find that pretty easily around.
Oh, wonderful. All right. I'm gonna put 20 gold on the pit dragon and then 10 gold on Lucian.
Okay. 20 on the pit and 10 on Lucian. All right, you do so.
Then, yeah, and then I'm just gonna find a seat.
Yeah, absolutely. You're able to do so. You find yourself looking around. August, are you just kind of like impatiently in this space, or are you engaging with it in a particular way?
I would have been drinking heavily.
Ah, yes, of course.
I would have been with Lucian up until a point.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine now he's preparing. Is that Freddy?
Yeah, it's Freddy.
Oh,
Aww.
baby
Oh,
Freddy. Look at his little white mitts.
Ooh.
Oh,
We are
sorry.
cat lovers here.
Yes. Sorry, he just started looking at me like he wanted to be held.
Yeah, Bilbo's right. Yeah, she moved the camera.
Nice.
Yep, there's,
Mhm.
yeah.
There she is.
Sorry, she is rubbing against me right now. So I would have been with Lucian up until a point, and then now I guess he's probably prepping somewhere. Like
Yeah.
so I would be, I guess I would have found a seat to see if he's getting the shit beat out of him.
Okay.
But I would have definitely been drinking this entire time.
Oh, absolutely. You with bottle in hand that I think is left over from last session. You go ahead
I
and
don't see myself having leftovers, but sure.
I'm giving you free booze.
Okay, I'll take the free booze.
So you have your bottle and you kind of go around. Go ahead and give me a perception check. There are some interesting individuals here.
Sorry, my character sheet was no longer loaded.
You're good. While you're looking that up, Lincoln, the individual looks at you. Look, my name is Jerome. You said you're Lincoln. Are you here supporting anyone in particular, or?
Oh well, yes, He points over to Lucian. Yes,
Oh.
I've traveled with him from Valenost.
Huh. Valenost. He looks strangely like the dead. Never mind. Huh. You can see he just like locks eyes with like at Lucian's location, like just carving almost visually over his appearance.
I'm sorry, does he remind you of someone?
People look like each other all the time. It looks kind of like someone that's famously dead. Back in Ugnaught.
Who would that be?
Was Rhea? Oh, whole family died. Tragic story. Supposedly killed by a vampire is the story that's going around.
That sounds like a terrible story. Would you like to have a drink and tell me more about it?
Free alcohol. I'll take free alcohol anytime.
Sure.
Right.
And so, yeah, Lincoln will look around for where they are actually serving alcohol,
Mhm.
and then he will try to, then he will purchase a mug, and, well, I guess it depends what kind of booze they're serving.
Yeah. It looks like
cheap.
in this whole space, there are almost kind of like a peanut stand or like peanut sellers at like a baseball game. They've got like a few cups on a tray that are going around. All of them are dressed similarly. Strangely, despite the fact that Oakling's Inn is very chill in its inn portion, there seems to be a little bit more structure here. You imagine the jobs probably pay more, so there's a higher expectation in presentation maybe. But everybody seems to be in some kind of black top. and kind of nondescript black bottoms that almost look the same across the board for every person, regardless of body type or gender. You can see that some individuals are sporting more kind of more mesh tops with like undergarments and whatnot, but one kind of makes their way over to and offers up grog. Throughout this whole space, it seems like it's just they offer one drink for kind of the whole space, which makes sense given the presentation of the bar.
Sure. Yeah, he'll buy 2 grogs, one for me and one for I'm sorry, what's this gentleman's name again?
Jerome.
Jerome, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he buys one for Jerome and one for himself.
All right. That is going to be just 2 copper. It's very cheap.
Okay.
Very cheap grog.
I will take it out.
Cool. You grab the tankards that are handed over, and he raises his up to yours. Cheers.
He raised his in response. Sorry, Freddy's being
You're good.
he's chewing my microphone wire. But he holds the mug up as well.
Cheers. You guys begin to have a conversation. And August, what was your perception check?
9.
Oof. You begin to look around, and like your eyes are kind of like foggy a little bit, just from how much alcohol you've ingested. You eventually make your way over and don't see anyone familiar until you sit down and you realize you hear a familiar voice. Augustine?
Who said my name? I look.
You look to your right and you see Gwendolyn with her ginger hair kind of cascading. She is one of the better dressed individuals here. And you can see that she has a number of books kind of strapped to a satchel on the side. What the fuck are you doing here?
This is my former roommate,
Yes,
right?
this is your former
Okay.
roommate. Yes.
Because I know we got Solanine and Gwendolyn mixed up
Yes.
first time.
Yes, this is actually Gwendolyn.
This is actually my roommate.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing here?
Representative from Fringier. It's
Representative for what?
do you not know about the party?
Do I look like I know about any party?
The Boulder Rebellion. It happens here, well, across every year. It's a celebration of when the Aldous Rebellion ended. It's basically a mandatory invitation for everyone.
Some people. Certainly.
Remind me, did you ever tell Gwendolyn about what family you're from?
Yes.
Okay.
She would have been aware of that.
Gwendolyn is very aware. Okay. She kind of looks at you for a moment. You know, I was shocked when I heard of your death. This makes way more sense.
They're saying I died.
Died or missing. Depends on who you ask. Rumors. I heard died more often than missing, but...
Guess there's worse things they could have done to me.
So you're not here representing Huguenot?
Oh, fuck no. Baron wouldn't want me representing anything. Actually, he would, but not anymore.
Do you know he's sending a representative? A direct one?
Oh, who is it?
Last I heard he was sending Jamis.
Oh. Yeah. Really?
Yeah, kind of a big deal.
Butler. Is he still the butler then?
Maybe? I don't know, the Baron has always struck me as...
Oh, that's fucked.
I don't know. Important enough to send on something like this. Supposedly Mavis Reed is occupied, and the Baron himself is on a different business trip elsewhere.
Oh, do you know where he is?
Last I heard, he was headed to Valenost.
Well, he's not gonna find much there. Have you met Lucian, my brother? He's about to fight in the pit. No, you haven't, but
I don't...
at least not last I checked.
No, I don't think I've met him. You came in with these interesting individuals. Pardon
Who
me.
did I come in with?
Well, you kind of entered in front of this tiefling and drow, and she points out Lincoln and Zunrith over yonder.
Oh, I don't fucking know them.
Oh. Okay. Well, good to know. I had questions, but I don't think you're going to be able to answer them. Well, at this point, you begin to hear the bell kind of ringing, signaling that the battle is about to begin. She's like, "Oh, this is the best part. Have you ever been to one of these?"
Well, I saw the fights before this one.
Oh, all right.
I've never seen the pit dragon?
Yes.
So Lucian ends up dead. I think I'm the next of kin. I think I had to write that on the form.
Oh.
So
Well,
I did a
typically.
shit.
Well, it probably won't come to that. These fights tend to go till you're knocked out, and they send healers pretty quickly. As the bell rings, ding, dong, you see, two individuals, one male and one female, both scantily clad, holding up numbers that begin to kind of make their way around in the circle and then exit into these two different, kind of safe houses, in the arena. And you see Lucian kind of...
I'm rolling my eyes, but I'm also looking.
Absolutely.
So degrading.
And you hear over the announcements, in the northwest corner, we have Lucian. And you can see Jerome at the spark of the name Lincoln absolutely go, what the fuck? Like, same name and everything.
I told him he needed a really cool pit fighting name, and he just wouldn't have it.
And Lucian makes his way out, raises his sword, which conjures into thin air to the audience. Everybody cheers, and it's quite the spectacle made. And then you hear the voice come on again. And in the southeast corner, we have Curlin, the Pit Dragon. And you see this absolutely grotesque individual begin to come out. A vaguely reptilian creature creeps out of a doorway, just a little bit too small for it. It has only patches of scales, where the rest of it looks like flesh, which is toughened and calloused with many scars, scrapes, and only the gods know what other wounds. Though it prepares on all fours, you notice, those of you with a little bit more animal knowledge, notice a musculature that would allow it to stand on its hind legs almost as easily as it crouches on all fours. The creature has a flattened snout, and behind it a tail sways back and forth, working alongside a singular wing to counterbalance. Upon closer inspection, you see that there is a second wing, but it's smaller and only maybe 1/3 the size of the other on its back. It's a very odd-looking creature, but what strikes you most about it are the eyes. Large, brilliantly hazel, and almost human-like. In fact, the longer you look at it, the more you see how its features are like an alien blend of human and reptile. The creature steps out, and the crowd goes wild as I drop this token on. The two of them begin to prepare, and you hear a time to go! And they rush at each other and begin to fight. Lucian taking the first strike and quickly getting a blade sweep in on the shoulder, which begins to bleed just ever so slightly, but also rapidly heals over, as this is not going to be an easy fight. What are the rest of you doing as this fight breaks out?
Based off... Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
Sorry. I'm just hanging out.
Okay.
I'm just watching, feet up on the table. I'm ordering a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of Jerome's reaction, Lincoln will look to him and say, is there a problem? Is there something wrong?
Just that he has the same name as the person I was talking about earlier.
Oh. Well,
I
some
I don't suppose they have the last name. I'm gonna go check.
all
He-
right.
He stands up to go look at the list. Do you go up with him? Do you try to prevent him, or do you just let it go?
No, he's gonna watch him from a distance though, and if possible, to insight check to see if he has violent or malevolent motives towards Lucian.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, based off his reaction, is he more like, can't believe he's still alive, I need to finish the job, or I can't believe he's alive, I need to let people know that the great Lucian is still alive and we need to give him support, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You notice him go to the desk that's being worked, and go ahead and roll your insight check.
Goody.
Okay. Let's see here. For the 12, he is not terribly difficult to read. He goes over, and you can see that there's a slight twitch in his eye that's kind of towards you as far as his profile goes. And he looks around, and you watch his eyes fall upon August. And his expression shift a little. And he begins to look around, and you gather rather quickly he's looking for someone in particular.
Okay. Yeah, Lincoln is, since he doesn't know who Jerome is looking for, Lincoln is just going to get up and kind of make his way around the ring, and kind of sit near August and not like look at her directly, just keep his eyes on the ring. But as he sits down, he will just mumble a little bit loud enough for her to hear. That guy over there calls himself Jerome, and he seems to have taken interest in both you and your brother.
In the interim, I would have been making resentful and snide commentary.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yeah,
Care
sorry.
to sample? Care to sample?
It would be mostly about things like Lucian's poor form. Like, he had a fucking opening, and he just
Really?
fucking waffled it away.
How do you know this?
Well, because he's a fucking terrible swordsman. I could beat him every single time we fought, and he just... Yep, he did the thing. See where he does his footwork, and he thinks it looks really cool. And he thinks doing the little fancy foot thing helps. It doesn't.
Right.
He thinks it looks cool, but it's really just like a flourish.
Gwendolyn's eyes cast down to your sword, like to your rapier on your hip. So you kept practicing. You didn't leave it at school?
What the fuck else was I supposed to do? Cross stitch?
You can see she has like a cross-stitched patch on her dress. And she kind of like shyly looks down. Nothing wrong with cross-stitching. But I suppose you always were a little bit more of the boisterous type.
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, I mean,
I can show you fucking boisterous. You think this is boisterous? I can show you fucking boisterous.
No,
I'm gonna go up to the pit
oh no.
and I'll be shouting at Lucian. I'm not gonna shout because it is late and I live in an
Yes.
apartment.
You're good.
But I will be shouting at Lucian
Mm-hmm.
instructions, but they're not like super helpful.
Oh, of course. Of course.
They're
You're the
like-
parent at the soccer game.
Yes. She's like, she's saying things like, "Oh, you should have fucking got that.
Shut up! Shut you
Stop
hear
flipping your hand around. It doesn't do any fucking thing.
It's
You're gonna throw off your balance. Lunge. You gotta lunge deeper. What the doing?
not now!
That was a foul. That was a foul. I suddenly become like mom at a soccer game, just like
Uh-huh.
you're not gonna call that. Are you fucking blind, ref? Just getting really English.
Yeah.
Getting really English about a football game.
Okay. You see
Fish and chips.
you see
Fuck
that
you.
there is kind of an individual, a very burly looking Goliath individual with kind of these
I don't care.
lines that just look down, and it just looks at you like, what the fuck? But he also looks like he's used to
could've saw
this.
that when I was sat back there, you fuckwad. Are you blind? Just, turning into that drunk football hooligan.
He takes a long swing. You can see he just is like watching the game, looks at you, and just with like the most apathetic stare, takes like
I'm
a
sure.
long swig of the grog that he has. Zunrith,
Sorry about the Jerome thing, though.
yes,
Didn't-
yes, continue that.
I would assume Lincoln would have approached me while I was hanging over the pit yelling things.
Mhm.
I do need to ask Cal.
Yes.
Do I remember a Jerome from Lucian? I don't have a Jerome in my backstory, but is that something I remember from him?
That he's spoken about? Why don't you give me a
Yes.
history check? This is kind of a general citizen.
I'm just gonna roll with my dice because I'm not gonna try to find it again.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a really good roll. That's a 16 plus. Oh fuck! I have to find my character sheet again, anyways. And it has to load. This is what I was trying to avoid. I don't really roll history a lot. Oh, I'm good at it. 20.
Oh, I'm good at it.
Ooh.
I forgot that I had like a noble-ish type background.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You recall, Jerome was one of the lesser servants, of the castle. So he was somebody you actually interacted with on occasion. Not really anybody significant. Particularly, you recall him being out near the stables a lot. So he was somebody that you might have seen, when you were running away. But other than that, he never really had too much importance. You never gave him too much of a thought. You never really talked. At one point, you remember Dorian talking about a farm boy that he kind of liked, but didn't specify anymore. You kind of make that slight connection with your 20.
I look at Lincoln. Where is he?
Lincoln won't turn his head, but he'll casually just gesture with a finger and just point in the direction.
Oh, I look straight at Jerome, and I see him, and I assume I recognize him.
Yeah.
And is he looking at me? Are we
Do you
making eye contact?
just stare until he makes eye
I
contact?
absolutely do.
Okay. You stare for a few moments and he's just totally oblivious. And then you watch as he's looking around for somebody, and you see him draw the attention of this individual over here. And
I'm sorry, could you ping it again?
yes. The white ping over in the northeast corner.
I see it.
Yep. And he begins to walk over towards that individual, makes eye contact with you, and as he reaches in the vicinity of the person, he just you can see this look of just fear on his face as he leans over and begins to whisper a few
Jerome!
things.
Jerome! Hey! I lived, bitch.
I
You-
love how we're doing all of this as Lucian's getting his ass just kicked.
You
I know,
guys-
right?
in an arena brawl right now.
Yeah, looking down at the arena, you can see like Lucian actually has a few strong hits he's made. There at one point he like holds out his hand to cast Burning Hands, which he looks to have gained a little bit more power over. And there's this just screech from this dragon creature as it like reels back from the flames, which it seems to not be doing too well. Neither of them is actually looking very good at the present moment. This might actually be a lot closer than you had originally thought. But as the fight goes on,
I get some peanuts from the peanut guy.
okay, you go over to the grog
There's a
person.
copper.
Just kind of without much. Hands you, they're not quite peanuts, but they're like a kind of a pretzel-y kind of deal. They're almost like a
Are these fucking corn nuts, you cheapskate?
just kind of says, no, these are bona fide. You wanted peanuts. These are peanuts. And just turns away and goes to the next person who is buying food.
Ah, fuck it.
You make your way, but where do you want to go sit? Are you going back to sit with Gwendolyn?
Oh no, I'm staying where I am.
Oh, okay. Cool. You make eye contact, and as you say I lived, you notice several individuals, all with kind of a human or elfish background, kind of look towards you. And they look back. They watch the fight, for now. Zunrith. As you sit down and you're watching, first, is there any agenda you have with establishing anything with the people around you?
No, I'm just I'm keeping my ears open. I'm trying to listen to anything that's happening around me. Obviously, I'm probably there's not much that I probably can pick up because there's a fight going on and the sounds of battle clashing below me. But
Mm-hmm.
if I can pick up any sounds from the crowd,
Mm-hmm.
I probably put myself in this clump of people over here to try and hang on. Well, if it'll let me put my token where I want to. I don't like up in this business just
Mhm.
so that I can be around the most people and hear the most gossip
Yeah.
as this fight goes on.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
That's not too great. Perception 16 total.
16 total. You catch a few whiffs of conversation, mostly about this grand ball that is being held, the Bal de Rebellion, which was talked about earlier. You get a little bit more details about it. People are, you actually note that you can hear an individual mentioning the Reha and the Von Bathory name, as you kind of like out of the corner of your eye with your pretty high passive perception as well. You notice the individual Jerome, the ginger hair, speaking to the rather harsh elven figure. You also hear some conversations about how this year they're supposedly doing a mandatory attendance of every citizen, and there's a skeptical conversation about how the world they're going to enforce that. What kind of crazy shit are they up to? Another conversation says, well, they've used the crystals before. I mean, think about what they do. And it comes to your senses that this particular part of the city is probably the most aware of what the crystals do. You catch some conversations of almost loss from the people around you. mentioning family members that would have loved this fight. Mentioning that Lucian is the best fight they've had in a while. So people have lost some people in this situation. With that, you also have the drow that you rescued from the ship comes over and sits next to you. Their tattoos kind of glimmering all over their bald head. So, without turning to you, just looks at the fight. What are you here for?
That's my business. I thought we had come to an impasse of conversation, unless you'd like to share some more that you might have gained recently.
I remember more now. Tell me,
Okay.
what do those two have to do with the Baron? And they point to August and Lucian.
What information will that earn me if I tell you?
Depends on what information you want.
You have to offer me something very, very nice for me to talk about my employers in such a way.
You remind me of someone. A long time ago. An Exumfe. Am I correct? Is that indeed where you're from?
I could be. Would that make a difference into what you offered to tell me?
Nothing other than you disappeared at one point. And while I did not leave long after you, there is perhaps something of interest to know about the people there.
I disappeared. Is that what the rumors were about me?
People leave. I don't necessarily care why, or didn't at the time. And they look to you. Well, good trade?
Let's see how this fight goes, and then I'll think about it. Just gonna turn his eyes back to watching Lucian hope either get his ass kicked or not get his ass kicked.
Okay. Are any of you contributing to the crowd's cheers in any way? Other than August with Beret? Well,
I have more I want to contribute.
okay, absolutely.
No, I think Lincoln is kind of getting caught up in looking at what Jerome is doing.
Mhm.
So he's a little too engrossed in what he's doing as opposed to focusing on the match.
Okay. Yeah, you keep an eye on Jerome. Jerome begins to kind of make his way to some of the other individuals that all kind of looked at August when she said, "I'm alive!" And, or I lived, whatever it was.
I lived, bitch.
Yes. And there is subtle movement of some of these figures towards August and towards the entrance through which Lucian came from.
Okay. If they're approaching, then, yeah, Lincoln will he's going to keep pretending that he is watching the fight, but he's really not. But he's definitely on guard now, as they get closer.
Absolutely. You are on guard, kind of prepared to act in the moment. August, go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you notice this happening.
Oh shit, I can't remember what dice rolled good for me now.
Oh
I think it was
no.
the pink one.
Also, where are you placed on the map?
I tried to place myself, but my token wouldn't go. I was very confused.
I was also in the same boat.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can't get my token to go. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I see 3 of her now. 4.
I don't see where
5.
they are. Sorry,
Um,
I keep placing them, but they're not showing up for me.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's
Yeah, I
so
see
weird.
1 here.
Yeah, that's where I've been
1
trying to
here.
put them.
I see
They're
1
not
here.
there for me. I swear
Did they
to God.
delete? Did they delete just now?
That's interesting. I still see them.
They're not there for
Weird.
me.
That's so fucking weird. Try it again. I'm fixing Zunriths right now. There was a setting I changed, so.
There's one.
Yeah, now I see 1 of hers. Yeah, now I see the more recent portrait, but I see a bunch of the older ones that are kind
Okay.
I
of
do
spread
not
about.
see all the older ones, so I
Let's-
can't get rid of them for
I'm
you.
gonna refresh if you guys want to. If you want to refresh, David, see if that fixes anything. Because I can't see them, and I'm the DM. So.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
Anyways, so
My perception was a 16.
perception 16. You are going to be able to notice that there is one individual that seems to be taking particular interest and seems to be moving towards you. So.
While Lincoln is distracted,
Mm-hmm.
I drunkenly fall into the pit.
Oh,
Oh my.
as
Then I
you
stand up.
then you stand up.
I stand up and I finish off my bottle. And I say, I'll show you how it's done.
Oh God. You can see that like everybody in the crowd just like whoo, got on their feet and are like a couple of people are whispering. These are not highbrow people for the most part. You make eye contact with Gwendolyn, and she by far is the most shocked at this circumstance, at how things are evolving. But everybody else is just kind of pointing and going, "Oh, this is exciting." Lucian glances at you, and you can just see, the dread in his face as you hop into the pit.
And I'm very clearly very intoxicated.
Oh yeah. Immediately you see that there are individuals who begin to kind of make their way down the stairs in the northwest portion, and begin to kind of try to make their way over to apprehend August. But that's not happened yet.
There goes my winnings.
With go ahead.
In whatever time I have, I would like to intercede and push Lucian out of the way to try to fight this
Oh,
pit dragon
God.
on my own.
Make a
That's
strength
funny.
check. Make a fucking strength check.
Oh God, I can't beat Lucian at a strength
You
check.
can roll
Are you
nice.
kidding me?
You can roll nice.
I still have a negative, Cal. Okay, I'm gonna roll the pink one again.
Listen, you chose to drunkenly fall
9.
into a pit fight, so
You know what? Before this session start, Cal said, "Can you guys help me? Because Michael isn't gonna be here." And then he was talking at the beginning. He was like, "And the guy who's fighting is not here."
You know what? I respect that.
That's fair. You go over, and you go to push Lucian, and you're not easy to not make a problem, but you are enough of a problem that the pit dragon sees the opportunity and just takes its fist claw and just bludgeons the both of you across the side as you're gonna take.
That's absolutely fair.
You both take 10 bludgeoning damage as just across. You see, Lucian reel back and is like, really would appreciated you not doing that.
Well, you weren't fucking doing it right.
Of course. And this fixes things. How? And he goes forward and tries to swing at the creature. It's gonna be a hit for minimal damage as you watch a little bit more blood kind of across the back of the neck split out from this really calloused creature.
Terrible fucking form. and I'm gonna try to show him how it's done.
Of course you are. Make your attack a disadvantaged intoxicated one.
That's totally fair. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty low. That's actually really nice. Sorry, I was just looking at
You're
my
good.
stuff to see if there was anything I could do otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
That's initiative. Okay.
As you're working on your numbers, there's an individual over at the betting table that you noticed who is like, "What do you mean? What do you mean it's closed? Clearly the circumstances have changed. These should be reopened. We should be allowed to re-wager."
It's a 14, by the way.
14. 14 does hit. It's a low low AC.
Okay, so now, the question is, okay, so I do get sneak attack because I don't need advantage if on the attack roll if another enemy is within 5 feet of it.
Okay.
Oh
Yep.
wait, it says, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. I do because I'm drunk.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Sad.
That's
Let me just make sure
unfortunate.
there's nothing else. I mean, it's fair. I'm just being a jackass. I'm making a fool out of myself is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
Okay, I can't use that either because it says if you don't have disadvantage on the roll.
Rogues, man.
They count on rogues being sober in their excursions.
Which is really just
Yeah, they really need to.
zero
They
max
really need to
damage.
fix that.
We need a drunken master
We need a-
subclass of rogue.
We do.
Yeah.
It's 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay. So wow. Okay, 13 damage is pretty decent actually. You
I
do
rolled max.
you note as you attack, it doesn't seem to do quite as much damage as you were hoping. As this creature likely has resistance to non-magical
No.
damage.
Figures.
But you do
Frightening.
deal damage. It looks over at you and looks at the other one. It just begins to gurgle noise from its throat, and it like spits out this like miniature fan of what looks like toxic gas. I need both of you to make a dexterity
It's
saving
going
throw.
to restrain me and pull me out of the pit.
After this attack, probably.
Okay.
And then, sorry, not to cause too much chaos, but the people that were approaching August, what are they doing now that she fell into the ring? Like, are they trying to go after her too, or are they just watching now?
You see as the ones that you observed are all kind of now stationing themselves at the various entryways and exits. There's really only one entryway into the arena, but they are now stationed at like the northwest staircase that leads down into the preparation area, the southeast staircase, and just kind of around and about. You can see that there are some that actually enter the preparatory areas, as there are a total of 5 that you at least notice.
Okay. Yeah, Lincoln is just going to make his way over to the northwest corner, near one of the other ones, and not engage with him, but just kind of keep a closer eye on him, but act like he's watching the fight.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Sure. Because we know what a performer Lincoln is.
You're
Oh, he
a
actually has-
charisma character.
He does have high charisma. 13.
13. Well, the story wants you to succeed as it rolls a natural 1. Just kind of gives you a glance over and kind of nods nonchalantly, watching, like, eyes just absolutely focused in on August. But you're able to position yourself in the ideal location. As August, you take this hit. What was your save?
Oh, sorry. What was the save I needed to roll?
Oh, dexterity.
Dex.
I might have interrupted, my bad.
You're good.
I should have rolled that with my own shit. 14.
Okay.
I should have rolled it with my pink dice.
You did succeed. However, you will take half damage. You both take 4 acid damage from the creature. And it's going to use its bonus action to disengage, as despite its awkward form, it does seem to have developed some mastery over its dexterity, and it dashes away to reposition itself.
What was the half damage?
4. So 4
Okay.
was decreased. So
Sorry, I was looking to see if I had oh shit, what's
Resistance?
that rogue? Not resistance. Where the rogue, if it's half damage, they could take no damage, but I don't think I'm there yet.
Right.
The burly individual seems to be serving as the referee.
Uncanny dodge.
Kind of halts for everything to start. A Goliath comes over to you to try and restrain you. How does uncanny
They
dodge
can
work?
restrain me. Story purposes, they can
Oh,
restrain
okay.
me. I'll be fighting, but they are welcome to restrain me.
Of course. That is going to be a 15 athletics to grab you if you want to contest it real quick. You can take acrobatics if you wish.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Alright, so as this Goliath just thinks this is not gonna be a problem, he's like, thin, like, lanky elf, probably pretty easy. Comes over, tries to grab you. Please describe for us what happens as Drunken August does something amazing.
Man, I was hoping to fail because I wanted to be stopped.
She elbows him in the nose as
I
she
didn't
just.
Yeah, sure. I didn't actually want to fight this thing. I was just trying to make it entertaining since Michael's not here.
You got it. Hey, this is entertaining. Rock it.
I'm having a wonderful time watching.
I am entertained.
Yeah.
I guess he goes to grab me and I go to punch him and I'm so off aim that I somehow manage to duck under him.
Mm-hmm.
And like David said, I elbow him in the nose when he goes in for it. Cause I'm trying to swing wildly, get him out of my way, and I end up elbowing him in the nose.
I picture...
And,
go ahead.
Kind of spinning out of his reach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I picture almost like a slightly off-kilter Aang, like just like poof, roll around and like cycle around through like just pure muscular memory.
It's amazing what happens, and she probably could never replicate it.
I love it.
Fuck. Okay.
You make your way around. He turns to face you as he just has one attack, so that's his turn. He's like, you can see he's rolling his eyes. It's like, oh fuck, this is great. You can see other Goliath kind of bouncer guard type individuals are making their way down to
I don't actually want to fight this because I don't know anything magic, and this thing is gonna kill me.
It does look like there is like a halt on the match as they try to grab August. Lucian leans over and just says, go peacefully.
You.
Fuck you!
You don't get to fucking be the fucking golden boy all the fucking time. Okay?
Well, you could have entered as well.
I'm good at this. And you're just sitting up here and you're fighting, but I'm actually better than you at swordplay. You just fought with your fucking fists.
I know
It's just
you're better. I know you are good at what you do. Get out of here before you get hurt.
Don't. You think I'm fucking good at, like, fucking cross-stitching?
I've never seen you cross-stitch, and I would never have assumed you would cross-stitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking like we were supposed to do all the fucking time. Fucking cross-stitch. Or fucking... I don't know, walk around with fucking... practice our posture.
As you're having this conversation, 2 more guards come over to try and restrain you.
I'm gonna try to punch them both.
Of course. One of them rolls pretty low, but one of them rolls pretty high. So
Am
I'm
I rolling an
so-
athletics check against them just
Yep.
to?
athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Okay.
I'm so tempted to cast darkness in this
Oh
area.
my
just cause
God.
total chaos, but no, Lincoln wouldn't do that.
9 and 12.
9 and 12. Okay, so one gets a natural 3 for a total of 7. So you kind of find yourself doing like a smaller version of what you did, not able to necessarily elbow the person across the face, but you are able to circle around before you find yourself being clutched on your shoulders by this individual who's like, "We're going back up to the stairs."
Come see the violence inherent in the system. Help! I'm being repressed.
You can tell, like, as you say this, you actually gather some amount. Actually, you know what? Give me a persuasion check. Or a performance. Either or. See how people respond to August.
21.
20. Damn. As you cry it out, there are a couple of people, like, you can get like 3 or 4 individuals in the stands who kind of like go, Hey! Let her fight! Let her fight!
Probably the people who were betting the opposite of what they're like, oh shit, I'm losing. Let her fight.
Absolutely.
You know the
Just
ones
the
that are
traditional
going for a
incentive.
push by having her interfere.
Can I assist by like throwing my voice over to parts of the room and just being like, yeah, let her fight.
Oh my god. Okay, sure. Go ahead. We'll double this on. It's not going to give you advantage because you already rolled great. But Zunrith, go ahead and roll a persuasion check. See if you're able to get people to follow along here. Oh my god.
That's a not nat 20.
Oh my god.
Dirty
Okay.
20.
You throw your voice, and for whatever reason, Zunrith, whether it is just the way the fates work with you, people start chanting alongside you, "Let her fight! Let her fight!" And slowly more and more people gather up over about 20 seconds. The Goliaths who now are like walking August back to the door, look towards everyone, and as they kind of carry you up the staircase to the top of the arena overwatching area, you see like there are a couple of individuals who are there like pushing the Goliath, "Let her fight! Let her fight!" Like it's absolute chaos up in here. And you see like even amongst them, you actually watch as Gwendolyn is kind of coming over to join. She's like, "Yeah, let her fight. Let her
There's no way
fight."
we're
Like
gonna win this.
Just out of curiosity, the ones that were watching, how are they responding? Are they saying let her fight, or are they just staring, or are they getting angry or agitated that they can't go in there, or are they trying to get involved in the fight too?
You see, they actually are all keeping their distance. They're all kind of conglomerating separately, and you can see like the different individuals. Now that you can see them together, you can definitely see a uniformity in the type of attire they wear, and they are all wearing the crest of Ugnaught. So you can tell that these are probably sanctioned individuals, and they are likely using this situation of chaos to just use it as a way, as an excuse to plan.
Gosh, this is probably gonna end terribly. Can Lincoln try to stealth over and listen in on what they're planning?
Okay, yeah, make a stealth check and a perception check.
Okay.
Um,
Any chance of advantage because of the chaos?
I'll give you, if you want to take, you can take deception instead of stealth at advantage if you like. I'll let you do that. Stealth would be weird to make work well in this situation, but deception I could see
Deception? Okay.
at
So
advantage.
just straight deception. Oh, deception advantage.
Yes.
Cool. 19.
19. You make your way over, and what was your perception?
Oh, oops, my bad. Normal perception. 14.
14. They seem not to notice that you've come over rather nonchalantly. In fact, you are feeling rather confident in this moment of like how well you're, being read, and giving off the right body language. You're like, oh, social stuff. I got this. And you overhear them. We'll wait till they're alone, and we'll find them in their rooms. Pretty simple.
Sorry, you're fading in and out.
Oh, they said they're leaning over next to each other, saying, "We'll wait till they're in their rooms, and then we'll find them. I'm sure we can bribe the shopkeep for their room numbers."
Okay. Good to know. Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely going to just keep a sharp eye on them now. And he's not going to pretend to be watching the fight, but he's going to try not to stare at them to make it obvious that he's keeping an eye on them.
Yeah. The conversation continues a little bit longer. Like, what if they don't go back to their rooms? I don't know. We grab them. Simple. There are 5 of us, 2 of them.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. So, if you want to progress story, but yeah, that's what Lincoln will be doing.
Got it. You prepare and position yourself. Zunrith, what are you up to during this whole mess? Other than chanting, you've got the people on your side.
Zunrith is going to stand up. He's gonna take a quick second and just be like, "We'll talk later if you're still interested." And then he's just gonna scurry along to where he presumes people are being, where Lucian and where August are being dragged to.
So Lucian is still in the fight.
Oh, Lucian's still in the fight.
Yes.
Well, then he's gonna just maneuver to where he believes August is being dragged.
Yeah.
Towards just like that general direction.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to just blend into the crowd and pick up any conversation that he hears along the way.
Okay. You make your way over. I'll say, give me a perception check as you try to grab pieces of information.
That's a 12.
Okay. You catch just a brief bit of someone saying, "Don't underestimate the girl." But you make your way over to where everybody is pushing the Goliaths away, trying to give August a chance to get back into the ring. Let's go ahead and roll. See how well they're doing. One of the Goliaths is kind of forced away from you, August, but there is one still there that is kind of holding on to you and kind of like using their forearm to kind of like push people away. This is absolute chaos here. What do you want to do?
I am kind of flail fighting.
Okay.
And I'm berating them with things like, because I'm a fucking woman, I can stab more things than fabric, you know. Just trying to.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an attack. Disadvantage.
Yeah, no shit. Okay. That's a 1, but not
Natural one.
Not natural.
Okay.
I just, for punching, I have a -1.
As you like swing your fist around, you can see that somebody has actually started to try and come up to you and raises a bottle to go over your head, but you kind of like accidentally break the bottle with your wrist as it shatters across. You take 2 slashing damage.
Okay.
As a little bit of alcohol stings the open wounds, cleaning it effectively, but that happens as you break through. For the sake of the conclusion, I would like everyone, first of all, does anyone have anything else they would like to do engaging with this chaos?
All I'm trying to do is to get free.
Yep.
Is there a possibility for Lincoln to find a corner someplace to hide so we can cast Disguise Self and appear as another human or elf wearing the same garbs as these Huguenot people?
Yeah, I would say you're able to do so relatively easily, especially if you go into a group of people that are hoarded. Not a problem.
Okay. Yeah. Then he will. Then he will do that. He will just look like another Huguenot person, and he will make his way back over to the group a little bit more confidently now that he's dressed as them.
Mhm.
And he'll say, so, are the rumors true?
What do you mean the rumor is true? We have the
He-
Von Bathories right in front of us.
So it is true.
Yes, you're acting quite odd. We were sent here to look for them. Do you not remember the briefing?
Well, I do remember. I didn't realize that they were alive and here, so it's quite interesting that they are alive.
I want you to make a deception check.
All right. $15?
15. Blythe, were you drinking during our briefing?
Well, actually, he did have some grog. So as he's talking, like, I had a little. I'm sorry. And he kind of says it loud enough for like his grog breath to like extend into their faces.
New recruits. Look, we came here very specifically. I'm not gonna lie, I told them you were not a good fit. But you're here nonetheless. As soon as this all dies down, or we get a sleep spell off, we dive in, we grab them, and we leave the way we came. Quickly, got it?
Got it.
Good. Blythe, why don't you position yourself over by the door?
Sure. Is that over here up in the north?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, gotcha. And where are they all located now? Because I know that there's been kind of some chaos and they've repositioned themselves.
Yeah, so there's like two kind of in this northeast sector. And there's three that are kind of gathered just like south of this space where August and everybody else is kind of fighting.
Okay.
Zunrith, as you go over to join the area with all the people, you hear a message enter your mind as Medora's voice erupts for a brief moment. And they say, meet me on the ship later tonight. And bring everyone else. We have much to talk about.
Zunreth has no idea that he can respond to this message, so he's just like, oh, that's weird. Don't know if I like that.
You almost hear your thoughts like, oh, that's weird. I don't know if I like that. All just kind of like
This
resound
also
in your
feels-
head like an echo for a moment.
This also feels uncomfortable. Why is my brain doing this?
Right
For
about
a
then.
whole 25 words.
I wish we had counted. Eventually the echoing effect stops. But you catch that, like, with the smirk on Medora's face, you catch they definitely overheard you.
Cool. Sick. So we're over kind of. I'm over here with everybody else, kind of as the brawl is taking form.
Yeah, it's not a full-blown out brawl. It's more of just people, like, are actively, like, trying to pull these guards away, and they're trying to, like, fend people off without hurting any of the individuals. A lot of them are kind of drunk, so they're pretty easy to handle. The one still got a grip on August. You can see the fight is down below. It looks like Lucian or the dragon are real close to figuring out who's going to be the winner. What do you want to do?
I think Zunreth seeing and hearing that potentially his employer is going to get is being at least pulled somewhere that she definitely shouldn't. He's gonna tap. He's gonna find a guard, and he's gonna find another person that are not far from, like, far from this interaction. But he's gonna try and find one of the guards first.
Okay.
And he's just going to try and stay in the crowd, but he's just going to whisper riot and use command.
Oh,
on
shit.
the guard.
Shit. It's a wisdom saving throw?
I believe so. Spells. Command. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Does it say that if the spell fails, that they know you tried to charm them?
Trying to see. It doesn't say anything about that.
It doesn't say? Okay, so that just means that I'm going to assume that rules as written, they don't know that you tried to cast a spell on them.
Probably up to DM interpretation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you cast the spell. You do feel as though an uncharacteristically keen mind just absolutely bounces the spell off of it as you feel it like almost reverberate in your hand as the spell fizzles and fails.
I'm gonna try it once more with
Absolutely.
another guard.
For sure. This time I'm gonna make you roll a sleight of hand check, just to make sure people don't catch. It does have a somatic component, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, really good. I need to look at this though. Sleight of hand. 3. So that is a 18.
18. Okay. You're able to do so without many people noticing. And you feel the spell take hold on one of the guards. And command is 6 seconds, if I recall, right?
Yep.
Okay. He
But
just
I say the word riot.
Okay. And you're just picking a guard.
I would like to pick a actually, yeah, fuck it. I'll just blow a second level slot on this. A guard and another person that's entirely like 60 feet away, like very far away.
Oh god. Since we already did the rolls, I am gonna say you have to stick to the single slot spellcasting. If we hadn't
okay.
rolled, then I would say go for it. But but you do
That's
get
okay.
the go ahead and ping which guard. Most of the guards look like this. They're the Goliath looking individuals with the tattoo patterns on the head.
I mean, my map might be different than yours, but I'm gonna say, yeah. Make sure that my distance is fine. I'm guessing it is, but yeah, I'm gonna try this guy.
Okay. You feel the spell take hold, and his eyes flash over a little bit red. And he goes, "Fuck this shit!" And he goes over to the table right here next to this sea-like individual, and just flips the table over into the arena, scattering all the pieces of paper with the records on who took what bet and everything. And the people over in the corner, pushing back on the Goliath and August and whatnot, is completely chaos. You have now set another corner of this entire room in chaos. Everybody looks over to the guard and goes, what the fuck? And they all just like start running over to try and grab the pieces of paper. Some of them are like taking their own writing utensils and like crossing out names as like it looks. And this is where we actually are gonna know who finishes the fight in the positive. I would like the three of you to make a house roll.
Oh my.
And I would like each of you to pick. You guys agree on even or odd, Lucian wins. Before you roll.
Oh, okay.
Before we roll. Okay, well, I
Okay,
gotta
then I'll
toss that roll.
Then
Yeah,
I'll
I
toss
already
my
rolled.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'd
Wait.
say odd.
Odd.
I'm fine with odd.
All right.
Let me re-roll.
All right, first, Lincoln, 5, August,
6.
Zunrith.
8.
19.
You guys watch as you rolled 2 evens and 1 odd. And Lucian goes in for a final strike at the creature, and he has the best form that he's had all time because it looks like an August move to you, August. And like, oh, that's a technique I use. And as he strikes, you watch as the creature in a big turn takes its tail and just swivels it, knocks the sword to the side. It disappears in a puff of magical smoke as his sword is prone to do. And it just headbutts Lucian, blasting him about 10, 15 feet in a direction. He collides on the ground unconscious. And in this moment, in the chaos, even the healers are not doing their job.
Oh shit.
So, August, you are preoccupied with the crowd. Zunrith, you've just cast a spell. Lincoln, you've stayed pretty perceptive this entire time. You've positioned yourself at the door and you're just kind of watching. So you actually have a pretty decent vantage point to know exactly what's going on, and you can kind of tell.
Okay. Shoot. This is gonna blow his cover if he heals, but he's also not going to not heal Lucian. So, he will run up amidst and kind of get in the mix of like the mob and the chaos. So
I
he
don't
can't
leave your
use-
post. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna run and he's going to use a thing, one thing of healing light, just to make sure he isn't completely dead and unconscious. So just bring him back to consciousness.
Yeah, and your range I think goes the entirety of this map, so you don't need to be in a specific place. Go ahead and give me a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah, it's a 60-foot range, just so you know. And stealth with advantage. 16.
Okay. As you cast your healing abilities from your celestial patron, you hear Alphega's grumbling. As using his powers in this kind of circumstance, he's kind of disapproving. This is petty. This is not worth your time as a hero. But grants the power nonetheless. And you watch as the celestial energy begins to heal some of his wounds. How many dice? How much healing does Lucian get?
I just use 1 charge of the healing light, which is 4 hit points.
Okay, cool. Lucian kind of wakes up in the middle of it. And remind me again, what was your stealth check?
16.
16. Okay. Go ahead and roll for who's that, if any. Natural 1, natural 3, natural 8, and 19. As you let the energy loose, you notice that somebody, particularly nearby of the Ugnaught description, looks over. I didn't know we had a healer. Who are you?
Blythe.
I'm Blythe, you fucker. and they're gonna strike out against you. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, fantastic.
All right. Everybody rolls initiative. We have now officially entered a real combat.
Natural
You
20,
actually
baby!
need me to roll initiative? I'm restrained over here.
You are, but you can still roll initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still a combat order. So, let's go with anybody over 21.
I don't know. Haven't seen my roll yet.
I am
I'm having an issue.
What'd you get, Zunrith?
23 total.
All right. Lucian. Lucian begins to get up and fight. And just for the ease of this combat, I am going to say that he pretty easily starts to get knocked out, and then he's going to start to be dragged away by one of the Ugnotians, shall we call him. August, what initiative did you get eventually?
17.
17? Okay. Lincoln?
13.
13. Cool. And then we have a couple last ones. Zunrith, 13 was Lincoln. And to it. All right. So, right at the top, Zunrith, you are the first in the order. You kind of are glancing over this. You just casted your spell, but you catch just enough that you watch as one of the guards begins to pull out, one of the Huguenot detailed individuals begins to pull out a sword to attack Lincoln. What do you want to do?
Fuck it. I'm gonna spend a second level spell and cast command again on one person near that guard, and I don't know how many people are near that guard. That is at least, but one individual near that guard and an individual. Gotta check the range. Ooh, yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into this. One of these guys is here, and I'm just gonna say riot again.
Okay. All right. Saving throw for that is gonna be natural 20.
Oh,
as
bummer.
ping.
Well, for both people?
No. For guard one. And are you attacking? Are you trying to do this against the Huguenot people?
No, I'm
Okay.
trying to do it against the random citizens next to guards.
Okay, cool. Natural 4 for the other one, so you do get one. As you
Okay.
say the word riot, you see as this halfling woman just kind of looks over to the guard. Turn him up! And she, like, you can see as she, like, opens her vest, she's got, like, 5 daggers and just jumps at the guy and makes a single round of attack. And she is fast as she literally hits the guard 3 times.
Oh, shit.
I chose the right person to command, I guess. Woo! Let's go!
Yep.
All right. That is going to be a total of +2 with each attack, 13 damage. As her strikes just kind of like, she goes for the shoulder once, and then the other one kind of hits the hip, and then she like jumps off the individual and slices at the ankle. Yeah. She has definitely got it going. Got it going on. there is a kind of older, kind of magician-looking individual with pale skin and kind of chestnut brown hair with gray streaks as he is aging, who looks at the field with a completely different view than everybody else. And they start kind of making their way over to where Lucian is. I'm gonna go ahead and spend some time marking. Let's take a. We'll get. Before we do any more, I'm gonna call a brief break while I set up the battle map. So, go pee, and then we'll come back and get this finished out. One. All right, and welcome back. So, with everything organized on the battlefield, you guys have this section kind of the northeast where people are piling over each other. This is the individual. We'll go ahead and give her a little bit of a marker. That purple marker over here, that is the halfling with 1,000 daggers. And she goes up and she swipes and she goes, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And like she starts freaking out, and the Goliath just turns to her like not buying it. Then we have Blythe. Blythe is going to be this one. We will go ahead and give Blythe. You know what? We'll give Blythe a pink. We'll give Blythe a pink marker for reasons that Lyndon knows. But Blythe turns to you, Lincoln, and is going to make a longsword attack. And they are going to go ahead and use one of their superiority dice for a strengthened attack. That is going to be a does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and that is going to be a total of 11 slashing damage as Blythe just takes sword and slices
Holy
you
shit.
kind of across your rib, gashing it open.
All right.
All right. From there, we get to the next guard. This one is going to, seeing that you have initiated some sort of contact, is it gonna come over and support Blythe? Though he looks at both of you and is like, "What the fuck is going on?"
He attacked me.
Make a deception check. Well, or a persuasion check. It's not really a deception. Persuasion works here
Yeah.
because you're eliciting a response. So, which is I tend to use
Yeah.
persuasion if you're like eliciting some kind of response from somebody. So,
Yeah, it's the same bonus either way, and of course 11.
11. Insight of 16 natural. So, he looks towards you and goes, "No." And they are going to pull out a spear. Natural 2 as they lunge forward, looking to use a similar kind of some kind of battle tactic, and actually are gonna slip past you with their back towards you, flanking you effectively, but not able to do anything else. From there, we get to Maud, and you see as Maud, the drow individual, They come in and they just roll their eyes, and Zunrith, in your head, you hear, "What's the focus?"
I don't know who you are, but get these people I'm with out.
Perfect. They are gonna look towards the field, and they notice Lucian unconscious in the arena, beginning to be dragged away by Jerome. However, in the fight, as Lucian collides down, Curlin the dragon kind of comes over. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll to see what he does. He kind of picks up on the situation, and you see he actually turns towards Jerome and starts slashing at Jerome, making an attack. That is going to be a 15, which does not hit. But it is going to try and body block a little bit. Maud is going to use Blood Curse. And you watch as let's see here. Maud's eyes just kind of go a little red, and you see like a little bit of black blood kind of coming out of their nostril as they look over towards and point towards Jerome. And they need to make a saving throw, which they fail. And you watch as Jerome's body just kind of goes rigid over, and he can't move. From there, we get to August. What are you doing this round?
I'm still trying to get unrestrained.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check with disadvantage.
5.
5. That is going to be natural 13. As you're struggling through, you are unable to break. That goes for your action. What do you want to do with your bonus action?
I don't have a bonus action.
Okay. Maud takes note of that. Guard 3 and 4, which are over here, down at the base. You see as 3 individuals begin to pull out crossbows, all hand variety, and they're gonna make attacks at. Wow. Woo! Oh, that's bad. Okay. One of them is gonna shoot out across at Maud, hitting. You watch as the one kind of behind them over here down in the southwest corner of the map, as one of them locks and loads and accidentally triggers and shoots it directly into their partner with a natural 1.
Thanks.
And they deal just a small handful of damage there. And none of these have been hit yet, I believe. One makes an attack at Maud. Maud takes 5 piercing. And and then that gets us to Jerome. Jerome can't move. So he actually wastes a turn. Lincoln, it's your turn.
Okay, Lincoln is going to cast Darkness centered on himself.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there's I believe it's a 15-foot
Sounds about
just
right.
veil of darkness surrounding him. So any attacks against him will be at disadvantage. And since they can't see him in the darkness, he is going to use his movement action to basically try to move away and not provoke an attack of opportunity. So and they can see just this globe of darkness, but they can't really see where he is in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he will use his bonus action to cast a charge of the healing light to just heal himself a little bit.
Okay. Cool. You are able to cast it at yourself real quick. You heal. And anything else you're doing this turn?
That's all my action, movement, and bonus action.
All right, cool, excellent. You get to a better location. Guard 5 and 6. They are going to make in the wake of it. And August is covered, and Zunrith is covered. Zunrith, that is where you want to be? Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, everyone is covered except for Lucian and Maud, so seeing Maud use Blood Curse, they're both going to attack Maud. That is going to be 1 hit and 1 not for a collection of damage. You hear Maud kind of cry out, and their cries are a little bit more resonant with you, Zunrith. Still maintaining that mental connection a little bit. You do get the feeling you are going to be able to establish any sort of communication with them anytime you would like. So take note of that. And with that, we get back to the top of the round. Zunrith, what are you doing?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Did Lincoln, you put the darkness centered on yourself when you were here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's still on him, so you're right at the edge of the darkness spell.
Okay, and it's a 15-foot cube
Radius, but yeah.
radius. Okay.
So you're right at the edge of it. You just had an individual pull a spear before the darkness hit. There was an individual with the spear that stepped beside you, aiming for Lincoln. I almost said Karsh.
How far? Okay, I'm gonna move to the edge of the pit.
Yep.
How far down is the?
It's about an
wall?
8-10-ish foot drop. You can
Alright.
drop without taking damage if that's what you're worried about.
Great. Gonna hop over and make a line for Lucian
Mm-hmm.
and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, nice. Go ahead and do your healing. Do I have any volunteers who want to run Lucian's character?
No.
I can try if you want to give.
Okay. He's an Eldritch Knight, so a little easier, in my opinion, at least.
Sure.
That's max on the die, so 12.
Nice. 12 healing. I am adding you to the list, David.
Sure.
So, all right, you now have control of Lucian's if you want to give him 10 or 12.
Okay, so he's at. Well, yep, there we go.
12 hit points, and I will let you control Lucian. Go ahead and roll in Lucian's initiative now that he's up.
Got it.
And Zunith is just gonna move back towards the wall that's covered in darkness.
Okay.
20 on the initiative.
End his turn right there.
Okay. 20 on
Sorry
the
to
initiative.
interrupt you.
You are good. 20 initiative. That's pretty damn good. Not gonna get to attack this round, but we'll get to next round. This is such a long list. Zunrith, you made your round. You get done. You get back to a little bit of cover. Blythe is within the darkness, and you just hear, "Get back here! Get back here right now!" And we're gonna roll. I'm gonna roll to see how effective he is in this darkness, because there's lots of people, and you know what? You know what I want to see? I want to see you roll a spell check. Roll a spell
Me?
check with advantage. Yeah, so like it's just a spell attack. A roll and add your spell attack bonus. I think makes sense here.
Okay. So I'll just make a straight charisma roll.
Perfect.
21.
21. You can tell he actually walks right by you at one point. Like you can hear him muttering and like, come back here now. And like he just walks right the fuck by you and goes, fake me. And then you hear like a sword like unsheath and him strike out against, and you hear this like as like the only tabaxi in the room seems to have been struck.
And Lindsay rejoices. Or August rejoices.
Wow. Oh man.
All right. So with
I
that,
thought the canon was just August hated Tabaxi. I didn't know it went this deep.
with that, this is not Lucian's turn. This is the second guard, who's gonna step outside of the darkness. Is also gonna hop down next to Zunarith and just rolls his eyes. You're with them. Makes a that's a natural one. So the individual with the spear kind of hops down and begins to slip. Zunarith, how do you want to interact with this natural one as an attack is made against you?
I feel like Zunrith is just not paying attention, and he just goes and he just like lays his back against the wall, and he's just like still moving as this guy is like, ah, I got you now, and like completely just whiffs it.
All right, cool. You just kind of like casually sidestep it, and he looks back at you like clearly like flushed. You get the feeling that some of them are probably more experienced than others. With that, we get to Maud's turn. Maud is going to release the blood curse. And they just kind of roll their eyes, and they are going to... man, and you're all in darkness. They're going to start sniffing out Blythe, so I'm going to give them a perception check with advantage. I'm going to say that doesn't succeed. In the darkness, those of you who watch Maud enter, as soon as they enter, you hear this ripping of flesh and this like hiss, like unearthly kind of escape the darkness sound-wise. But there is no cry or attack made by anyone, seemingly. With that, August, your turn.
Trying to get free.
I'm gonna give you advantage, as at this point there's a lot going on, so I guess a normal roll.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20. All right. Give me a little bonus of how flavorful this is.
I don't know. I had to do this already. Feel like I just keep flailing until they give up.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna add a little spice in there for you. As you're like flailing around, do you feel like you would go for your rapier? Like pretty
Maybe
instinctually?
eventually out of frustration.
All right. So as you're frustratingly flailing about, you eventually get free, grab your rapier, and just slice out. For the fun of it, I'm gonna give you a natural 20 hit on a crit on the guard that was holding you, because I feel like it's about time. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hey, was this a normal guard, or was this one of the evil ones? Because I don't actually want to kill like one of the Goliaths who was just trying to do his job.
Oh yeah. It's one of the Goliaths.
Listen, they're part of the system, okay? It doesn't
it can be-
matter.
And it
They're
can be
part
non-lethal
of the
damage
system.
AGAB, okay? We're an AGAB adventuring party.
I don't think I have sneak attack.
No, I don't think you
Um,
would, because it's also in darkness.
So 17.
17. Okay. 17 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. You strike out and you feel like a hefty bit of meat that you just carved through with the end of your rapier. As the individual, like, you can hear him go, "This shit is not fucking worth it," and you just hear stomping away from the darkness. As like, you just,
Yeah.
they just leave. They're done. Just muttering in furiousness. Survived though, so by a fair bit actually, so they're okay. With that, so you are free. What are you doing with your bonus action?
I guess I'll just take the dodge.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. At this point, we are gonna get to guard 3. With Maud disappearing into the thing, in August there, the shot comes from the south towards Zunrith now. Strike down the healer! As you are gonna take 18. Or, sorry, 18 to hit. My bad. Does that hit?
Yeah, I believe that's my armor class, so yeah.
Cool. Meets beats. With that, you're gonna take 5 piercing damage. And then
Damn.
Jerome is going to question. Well, I wasn't paying attention, so I'll have to do that in the future. Jerome moves to a position. Oh, Jerome can't. Now he's engaged with combat. He can't move, or he'll take a. He just looks at you furiously, Zunrith, and tries to like take down the pit dragon. That is gonna hit. And he's gonna take his great sword. Oh god. There we go. 12 damage. You watch as in one mighty fell swoop, the pit dragon loses a lot of blood very close to like a vital neck point. As it begins to kind of like shudder, you can tell it's on its last legs. That will be Jerome is going to No, you know what? He's gonna action surge. He's gonna make another attack. That's not gonna hit, however. And that is gonna be the end of his turn. With him done, that gets to Lincoln. What are you up to?
All right, Lincoln, under the cover of darkness, he is going to cast Eldritch Blast at Jerome. So it'll be an attack with advantage.
Absolutely, absolutely. Fucking go for it. Because you're hidden. He has no sight on you.
Yep. 18.
Good shit. Okay.
Does 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Then, basically those who are looking that are on the outside just see this black orb, and a ray of white light just peeks out from it and just slams into Jerome. And so, 6 force damage.
Okay. Lovely.
And he's not going to. You know what? He is actually going to move a little bit and basically keep the other Blythe disoriented and kind of wandering around. So he just moved a little bit to refocus the darkness. But no bonus action.
Okay. Sounds good. With that, we get to guards 5 and 6. They are going to all make hand crossbow attacks at. You know what? One of them is going to shoot for the dragon. One of them is going to shoot for Zunrith. Your AC is 18. So this definitely doesn't hit 15. The attack on the pit dragon doesn't hit, as their turns are utterly wasted. They are going to get to a better vantage point. They're going to take some height to try and get just a better hit in on you all. None of you have seen them yet or paid them extra special attention, so we'll leave that alone. Back to the top of the round, we have Zunrith.
Hmm. Hang on, I'm reading a spell thing.
That's okay. Read your spell thing. You watch as your spell fades on the halfling gnome that three just far too powerful individuals come like over to just strike her down, and they just like brutally like absolutely knock her completely out. All three hit, and she is down and out. Individuals over in this cluster in the northeast have started to rush out. They're starting to leave. Zunrith, you would notice as the only person there that that can see that some of them are actually grabbing some of the winning money and just kind of like stowing away with it.
Fair. Would do the same. Fuck, there goes my winnings though. Great. Zunreth is going to point to. He's gonna look at Jerome. Actually, I have to make a bubble for this, don't I? Huh. How big is the square of the spell?
Are you
20
doing fairy
feet.
fire?
No, I'm
Oh, okay.
gonna hit. I'm gonna hit sleep.
Ooh.
So trying to gauge it in a place where it will be most effective.
You are good.
All right, yeah. So it's 20 feet
Mm-hmm.
in the radius. I'm gonna hit sleep right around here.
Okay.
So it should affect or start to affect anybody in most of the area, including this guy in the darkness.
Okay.
But I think myself and I think he's out, but hang on. Oh, okay, yeah, he is just outside of that range. Beautiful. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So yeah. So definitely going to cast sleep there, and my priority is to get Jerome and then after that any other guard.
Okay. Yeah, I will say does the sleep spell say it starts with who has the lowest health?
Yeah,
It
does.
yes, starts with the lowest hit points.
Okay.
And then he rolls how many hit points would fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how many hit points is that? Do you have?
Okay, not a great start.
Mod is
Okay,
going to be
not
like
bad.
last. They actually are pretty tanky.
Ooh. 24 hit points.
Okay. 24 hit points. Um. Give me a house roll.
I don't like that, but I guess it's better than nothing. 10.
Okay. 9 or higher, you got, Jerome.
Let's go.
So with that, you find as it takes 20 hit points to get Jerome asleep. And they don't have they are not elvish in any way, so don't have to worry about that.
Cool. And then I'm just gonna look at Lucian and go, "We need to get out of here right now." And he's just gonna start running these stairs, I guess.
Okay. Cool. That is not the exit, by the way. The exit is north central, just so you're aware.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
North central. Okay, so this way?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it takes
up
half
there.
of your speed to climb up these walls.
Alright, cool. So I'll get there then.
Okay. You get up the first wall, and then we get to that was Zunrith. Blythe. He heard the sound, and you watch Lincoln as he just says, "I resign. Wasn't part of this. Bye," and just like rips off the badge that he was given and like takes off the coat and just kind of like bolts out. Mod. What blood?
Lucian.
Yes, Lucian. I was seeing if they were gonna do a reaction, but I think they're gonna
sorry.
save it. No, you're good. That's Blythe. Blythe is gonna leave. Guard 2, however, is gonna say, "Idiot," and just goes over to Zunrith. Is gonna make another attack. This one, we'll see what they roll. They are going to use superior. Let's see here. Gonna use disarming attack on you, Zunrith. What items are you holding?
Well, currently I haven't even pulled out my dagger yet, so I'm holding my shield.
Okay.
Still. My little buckler.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's what I'm holding in my hands.
Okay. 3, 5, 6. So you're gonna take 11 plus 3, 14 slashing damage.
Oof.
And you do find is made for the start of your next. Yeah. Strength save. Can I get a strength saving throw from you, Zunrith?
I think a 9 fails.
Yes, a 9 would indeed fail. You find as the spear strike kind of weaves in between your arm and your shield and just kind of pops it off, and gets tossed about 10 feet away.
Do I see where it goes?
Yes, you do. Yep, he like pulls it back and it's on the arena floor.
Oh, jeez. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
With that, we get to Lucian.
Okay. So Lucian is going to use half his movement to stand up,
Okay.
His bonus action to get second wind, which I believe is a D10 plus his level.
Go for it.
So just rolling a D10. Got a 10, so he
Nice.
gets 14 hit points back.
Nice. Good shit.
And then the rest of his movement speed would be walking up to this guard who attacked Zunrith, and he is going to attack with his longsword.
Okay. Go for it.
That is 11 to hit.
11 does not hit.
Okay. And I think he only has one attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I think so, if I remember right.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I don't believe he has a bonus action yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have a second attack yet.
No.
Okay, then that is it.
All right. Excellent, excellent. So with that, we get to Maud. Now we actually get to Maud. Maud is going to Maud can't restore balance unless you guys are very close or that they can see you. There are no more enemies in the darkness anymore. Maud is going to take a dash. How much movement? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Maud is going to make their way over here. And take... You know what? They're gonna cast Fairy Fire. And you watch as Maud takes out a finger and just draws a few sigils in the air, all with like this scrawling script that just burst, and this flash of kind of brilliant bluish white pink light settles over these individuals. That is going to be 1 fail, 2 fail, 1 success, 1 success, 1 success. So, they have effectively... We'll put a heart symbol on the ones that are fairy fired. So you guys have that as a reference. They are going to use... and now that Maud is outside of the darkness, of those of you that can see them, can see that they have grown abnormally large fangs, and their eyes have washed over red, and their claws have grown abnormally long, as their skin has almost looked like it's started to crack a little bit.
Those are the guards that are on the upper tier?
So these are the other people who are involved with hitting you guys. The Goliath guards look largely like they're just trying to calm down. Most of them are seeing you all and are kind of freaked out. Like they're beefy, but they're common people.
Right.
So people have started to kind of leave. Does that answer your question?
No, I'm sorry. So the ones that are getting their basically transforming a little bit, is it those people in the bottom left that were lit by fairy fire?
They're not transforming. Maud transform. So the drow.
Maud transformed.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm
yes.
sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah,
Okay.
I was describing how Maud's visage changed.
Sorry. Okay, that was after the cast. Okay,
yes.
my mistake.
No, you're good. August, your turn.
I'm not sure August 100% comprehends what's going on.
Okay.
So I think her first instinct will be to if no one is attacking her in the nearest vicinity, to look and see where her brother went.
Okay. I would say I mean, if you want to wander through the darkness till you kind of pop out, you would be able to do so pretty easily.
Okay.
You just had a direction. So we'll say, you use 20 feet to kind of move across. And you can see Lucian kind of down here.
Okay.
You also see that there is an asshole of an individual fighting two of them, fighting both Zunrith and Lucian.
Well, this isn't part of the pit fight. And that's her turn.
Okay. You just gotta stand there. Fights erupting. Guard 3. This one's gonna make its attack. Against. And they don't get a saving throw against sleep, do they?
Nope.
Ah, fuck.
They're just asleep.
Yep.
They get, if someone hits them, they get a save to wake up, but
Lucian is going to take a total of 9 piercing damage from a hand crossbow bolt.
Okay.
And then the other Jerome is asleep and can't attack. Lucian. Did Lucian just go?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, that does make sense. In that case, Jerome can't go. Lincoln, it's your turn. You're up.
Okay. Lincoln is going to cast Eldritch Blast with advantage at the guard that is in between Lincoln and Lucian.
Okay, go for it.
Uh, 24 for a whole 2 force damage. I'm almost embarrassed to admit that.
That is okay. Damage is
Next-
damage.
Next level, he will have a significant spike in damage, but that has not happened yet.
Yep. I was about to say, I mean, 2 damage is something. I will say that I don't think this guard has actually taken any damage yet.
Which one? Oh, the one in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So that's that. Lincoln just went. Guard 5 and 6 are both going to make attacks. That's going to be a 21 to hit on Zunrith, and a 7 to hit Lucian. Easy enough. 5 piercing damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
oh
Zunrith.
man. All right. That's 18.
18. Okay, you succeed. As you sit there, you can feel a bit of like your heart skip, as you can tell your body is reacting to a toxin. And while you've succeeded this first save, it persists for a little longer. It will be something your body deals with. And that is both of their turns. Zunrith, we're back at the top. Your go.
All right. I'm really hurt. That's really bad. I am going to take a second and channel divinity. Just like grabbing my necklace really bloody and just be like, please don't let me die, please don't let me die, please don't let me die. So I'm gonna do that. So big old sphere around me of light. I get 6 temporary hit points.
Nice.
And everybody around me who is my ally can get some of those as well at the end of their turn.
Solution in August.
And then I'm going to look at the guard in front of me and just. No one really likes you much, do they? And I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh.
And it's just going to be a giant middle finger that just slams straight on top of him. Just.
I love this.
I love it.
What color is this finger?
Oh, it's a giant blown up version of my hand.
Oh, okay. So it's like your
yeah.
charcoal drow skin. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Attack.
It's the somatic component.
It's a good question. Is there a somatic component? Yep, there is a somatic component.
Oh no, I was saying this is the somatic component.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
How much damage or what's the hit?
Okay, 17 plus whatever to hit. I think that hits.
Yep.
That is 10 damage.
Nice. All right, you deal the damage. The middle finger just absolutely thwacking the hell out of this Battlemaster fighter.
And I'm just gonna look to August and just be like, please tell me you have a potion or something. I'm a little woozy right now.
All right.
August drunkenly stares at
Like,
him.
what the fuck? Blythe is gone. We can cross that out. Guard 2 is still gonna go for... Yeah, Guard 2 is gonna go for Zunrith. That is gonna be a 17 to hit, which does not hit, correct?
No, that just hits because he knocked my shield out of my hand.
Oh, that's right. And he's gonna go for his last die. You know what? He's gonna use sweeping attack. So, spear die attempts to damage another creature within 5 feet. Roll would hit the second creature. Okay. Alright, so does 17 also hit you, August?
I am looking up that information.
You were good?
Oh, shit. Yes, it does.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, August, you take 8 slashing damage, or piercing damage, and then, Zunrith, you are going to take 12 slashing damage.
Down.
Okay. You've hit 0 hit points. At the beginning of your next round, you'll have to, make a, death save. August, it is, wait, no. Yes. Lucian, sorry. I have, the order is weird. Lucian, your turn.
Okay, Lucian. Seeing that he is down, I don't think he has a healing potion on him. Yeah, I tried looking at stuff. Don't see anything, so yeah, he is going to just attack the he's going to attack the guard in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go for it.
Uh, 17 for 14 slashing damage.
Okay. 14 slashing damage hits.
Okay.
Alright.
And I guess now's as good a time as any to do his action surge and attack again.
Would you ping real quick the creature you attacked? Or the person you attacked?
Oh, the garden between. Whoops.
Yes, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Cool, cool,
this
cool.
one.
Nice.
Yeah. And so he'll attack again.
He's looking rough.
23 for 8 slashing damage.
Okay. 8 slashing damage. As you make this attack, you watch as this is a spell.
No, it's the Calvin Longsword.
Oh, Lucian. Sorry, I was thinking Lincoln. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Late night, guys. Nice. Okay, that actually does finish him off. Do you want to describe this attack?
Yeah. Well, since it was an action surge and just seeing his comrade fall down, I'm sure Lucian would invoke some of the things he's seen in the past that kind of triggered him, and just pull out his longsword and just slash furiously at the guard in front of him, in the back.
Okay. You watch as the blade just like slices straight down the spinal cord as it like splits some of the bone almost as it just opens and the individual just falls forward on the ground and the spear kind of like catches on the wall and they flop over to the side. That is going to finish out that individual. Maud is going to come up and Maud is going to run over Vicious Claws and everything is going to go straight for a fucking bite. They're going to take their fangs up to the individual's throat. That is going to be an 11 plus 1 plus 7. Damn, I forgot they had that high of a thing. Yeah, that's going to be a 19 to hit. They're going to easily do so. Not a ton of damage, though. As they deal 2 plus 4, 6 piercing damage, and they are actually going to go ahead and use that to empower their next attack and get a plus 6 later. Maud is going to keep an eye on you all. Had advantage on the attack. That leaves her turn. Their turn. August.
Well, I have fuck all to help.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call out for a healer?
Okay. I mean, you have
I
your
have no
rapier.
healing potions and I have no healing spells.
Okay. Do you want to just try and like see
And
if
I
you
have
can?
no medicine proficiency.
I would say you can definitely try to make a medicine check though, even if you don't have proficiency, if you would like to.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, you can always try. It's just how well does it go?
I don't even know what to do.
Some people would just grab duct tape.
Stop the bleeding, you know.
Okay.
It's pretty standard.
18?
18. Hey, see, you can do it. You immediately kind of like, maybe not immediately, hesitantly, stoop down and like, what the hell am I going to do? And you just kind of like find yourself tying off a little bit of Zunrith's arm. There's a giant gash on his left forearm that has been taken with the spear that you just are able to kind of prevent and start stopping some of the blood. That is your action. Would you like to do with anything with your bonus or movement?
Take the dodge action.
Okay. Perfect. With that, there is still one. Guard 3. Natural 2 to hit. That's a 12. Yeah, those are all gonna fucking miss. Jesus. Jerome is still asleep and can't do anything. Lincoln is going to go next. You're up.
Okay, I was gonna say, what is Lincoln going to do, Cal? All right, so Lincoln will use his bonus action to throw a healing light at in Zunrith's way. So I'm imagining August is doing these things to like manage the wound, and then all of a sudden this healing light just uh, shines into Zunrith, and so she might think that she did she brought him back to life.
Okay.
No, she was calling out for a healer, so
Okay, that's
she
fair.
assumed somebody did something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for the healing light, that's just 3 for you, Zunrith. And I need to reduce that. And then, seeing the problems that those archers are causing, Lincoln is going to point at the floor underneath the feet of the furthest one, and he's going to cast Shatter.
Of course. Great fucking spell. All got a natural 15 or higher, so they're gonna succeed, unfortunately. But they still take half damage.
Let's see. Oh yeah, spell save DC is 14. Okay, so I just roll 3d8, I believe. Yeah, 3d8 thunder damage. That's 14, so they each take 7 thunder damage. I'm not sure if casting Shatter on the floor right beneath their feet does anything to the ground below them.
It doesn't necessarily do much other than you watch as like this concussive blast just begins to crack the concrete underneath of them. And this sound echoes, and all of you feel your ears start to ring just a bit with the sound that it produces, which is unfortunate, but yeah, you deal damage, a hefty amount.
Okay. And then for the last thing, he's going to start heading towards the exit. I don't know if there's still people at the exit, but he's going to start yelling out, "Follow me," as he runs towards the exit. So people just have to follow a giant ball of darkness.
Okay. So as people begin to just kind of follow you, there are you see pretty much everyone leaves except for those who are part of those 3 assholes shooting y'all. And then that brings us to the 2 guards. They're gonna make oh, you've covered up people. They can't, well, they can make an attack, but they're gonna miss pretty badly. They're all gonna shoot for Lucian. That is a 20 to hit, and that is a 9 or 18. Do both of those hit?
Yes, they do.
Okay. 5 plus 7, 12, and then they are we're gonna take piercing arrow. I need a dexterity save, or no, shit. I need a, yeah, we're gonna do some psychic damage. They're gonna use shadow arrow. That is 8 plus 6 plus 11 from before, so 19, 25 damage against Lucian.
Oh, holy shit. Okay, yeah, he's out.
Okay. Not dead, though, I don't think. That's not enough to kill him. So that's Lucian. At this point, we get back to the top. Zunrith, it's your turn. You're muted.
Whoops. Staying on the ground. How does this guy look? The guy
Real
in front
rough.
of me who?
He's dead.
Okay.
Oh, dead. Yes, yes, that one is
Oh,
dead.
he's dead.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Makes life easy.
Perfect. Slowly going to. Ah, God. If only I had healing word. Oh. This makes things tricky. Far away. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Okay.
Gonna use. I believe it's my last slot in second level. Yeah, I'm gonna use my last second level slot to cast command on this guy and this archer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna command them to betray.
Natural 1 and natural 8.
Very well done, my friend.
And slowly going to just pull myself up and limp my way towards the exit.
Okay. You watch as the red over their
yeah.
eyes, the red stars kind of gloss over their eyes, and they turn towards each other. Both like before their turn, both just preparing arrows directly in each other's eyes.
Cool. Yeah, that's the turn.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna as a bonus action, I'm gonna look at Lucian and just be like, our friend, or yeah, our friend needs help in the pit.
Okay.
Or not Lucian, Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Why did I say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you're
Okay.
good. Yep.
Okay.
We got it. You make your way into the inn tavern room. This is Maud's or Lucian's go. Go ahead and make a death save throw.
All right. 14.
14. Okay, success. We get to Maud's turn. Maud is going to look to the rest of you. Should I take one to capture? Question.
I really don't care. I just want to get out of here.
If you can, but not at the risk of your life.
Maud is going to take advantage on the attack. +6, +7. That is gonna still hit. And deals some damage. They're gonna be very, very dead. August, your turn.
I guess I will run over beside Lucian and try to do a medicine check.
All right.
Not so lucky. 7.
7. This one there's so much blood from the wounds that he had in the battle before that you're unable to effectively stop or anything. We get to guard 3 and guard 4, who are both gonna make attacks against each other. And they're basically not moving, so I'm gonna not impose disadvantage. They both hit. They both use Shadow Arrow. Those of you still in the room watch as they just pull their one of them with a hand crossbow and one with a short bow. Just pull back, and both of the things right before they shoot just fizzle with this dark magical energy that just shimmers off and hits the ground, effervescing. And they shoot, and you just watch as the impact in a moment just black crackles across their skin as they both just fall over, slumping to the ground. That eliminates them. And then the final one is going to look towards Zunrith. You're out of the room, aren't you?
I'm not fully out of the room, I don't think.
Oh, but you're in
'cause
darkness.
I had to climb over the second level.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm in darkness.
Okay. No! It just screams and is gonna shoot out towards August. That is gonna be a 25 to hit.
Yep.
Um, they're gonna use bursting arrow, and you first take 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then you're going to take an additional 8 force damage, and Lucian will also take an additional 8 force damage.
So he automatically
down.
gets. So he automatically gets a failed death save
Mm-hmm.
because he's already unconscious. Okay.
All right.
And August is down too.
Yep. August is now down. From
Alright.
there, Maud is gonna look back over, say, "Fucking shit," and just goes over to this individual. They already attacked. Lincoln, your turn.
Alright. Lincoln is going to first use his bonus action to do a healing light on Lucian. Since he's been down longer.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a D6. Okay, so he gets 2 hit points back. Then he's going to use his regular attack to cast Eldritch Blast on the remaining archer
Mm-hmm.
with advantage. So that's 24 to hit for 7 force.
Nice. The archer's not looking too hot near the end of their stay. Um, as soon as you hit, because there's just not a ton going on. Also, sleep is concentration, isn't it?
It's not.
It's not concent. Wow.
Nope.
Wow. That's insane. Wow. Okay. Um. Well, the force arrow is actually gonna hit Jerome. Wait, is it? Yeah, it hits Jerome as well. So Jerome is gonna take damage. Does he just wake up when he takes damage? Is that how that works?
Let me double check. I think he makes a save.
Okay.
Super takes falls unconscious until the spell ends. Super takes damage or super wakes. No, he just wakes up.
Okay. So in these few moments, Jerome wakes up and looks around to see everyone that he's come into this thing dead. He looks at Lucian, and he looks at August. And Lincoln, you just went, correct?
Yes.
Zunrith, it's your turn. We're at the top of the round. What do you want to do? Zunrith?
Zunreth is going to step out from the darkness and just do the only thing he can do. He's gonna toll the dead on. Yeah, he was gonna do it on the archer, but now he's gonna do it on the awake Jerome.
Yep. Okay.
Now toll the dead. So wisdom save.
All right, that is going to be a 17 success, I'm assuming.
Yep. Alright, and just gonna pop back into the shadows.
Okay. Absolutely taking the cover. With that, we get to Lucian. Lucian is up, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What is?
Gosh. This is not good. He is going to let's see his spells. He is going to cast Charm Person
Okay.
on
Jerome.
yeah, let's do it on Jerome.
Natural
DC
one.
16. Okay. So he just says to Jerome, that the man up there is shooting at us. You better stop him.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Which you have advantage on.
Oh, advantage? Oh, right.
Because they're charmed.
Yeah, I charmed him. Yeah. They're...
Taking out literally the heaviest hitter in the entire group. The entire fight.
10.
Okay. Looks to you and goes, I'm sorry, I'm just really confused. What's going on?
That man up there is shooting at us.
And you can just see the charmed effect is it's there, but there is a lack of cohesion going on in his brain in this moment. As he just wastes a turn.
And then he will pick up August and try to carry her out of, carry her into the darkness.
Okay. For sure. Yeah, I guess you don't have to do that. As you do so, Curlin actually gestures over and kind of crouches down for August to be thrown on top of its back.
Well, kind of with the urgency, Lucian probably would just go for it. So
That's fair.
Let's
Alright.
go for chaos.
Oh, okay.
It's the way Mike would do it. So yeah, he puts his sister on.
Wait, his back doesn't have spikies or anything, does it? I could get him
No.
impaled.
No,
lose a throw.
It's very it's actually a very fleshy looking dragon. It's very weird.
Also, I don't
Well, he has
think
wings.
Lucian's smart enough to fully comprehend that anyway. So, if we're being real here for just a hot second.
Regardless, the three of you kind of all make it out with the pit dragon. Or begin to make it out at least.
Right.
Okay. Maud takes a look back and man, they are going to just tell this person, you can either come with us peacefully or just not come equally as peacefully. And they bare their teeth. That is going to be a very poor intimidation check, as this individual is just going to shoot them up. Disadvantage. That is going to hit. Shadow. Hit. Whew, that's painful. Maud has not taken a ton of damage, so they are doing fine, but that was a pretty brutal hit. And they're going to start retreating with the rest of you. Back at the top of the round, or Lincoln, my bad. August.
Okay.
I also didn't do my death saving throw.
August, sorry.
Natural 20. Let's do it.
12.
12. You have a positive. And then Lincoln.
Lincoln's turn. Okay. Bonus action. His last healing light on August.
Use the abilities.
Yep. So that's 3.
Okay.
And so, yep. So she has 3 hit points. Then his action, he's going to cast Eldritch Blast on the last remaining archer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 19 to hit for 7 force damage.
How do you want to do this?
I'd just say that this white ray of light just goes into this archer's torso, and it's just enveloped in this aura of light, or of this white aura, before it just gets slammed into the wall.
Okay. Absolutely. The white light kind of shimmering through the body and then just almost like an implosion that bursts them up against the wall. The body like cracks even at the distance that you're at and just slumps to the ground. Jerome looks very confused and gets a saving throw, I think, here. Because you just attacked. Well, but he didn't see you because you're in the darkness.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna rule that he's just very confused. You guys have the opportunity to leave here. As August gets some healing. Do you guys bother to stay and take down Jerome?
No, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
All right.
Yeah. Seeing everyone fall down once, Lincoln would not want to risk anyone's lives, and yeah, Lucian's on death's door, and I know August is too, so pretty sure she wouldn't want to fight.
Okay, cool. You guys make your way outside. Jerome just kind of stunned in their charmed effect. You guys make your way out into the... Where do you guys go? Curlin looks to be trying to communicate something, but where do you guys go? What is your instinct?
I go to the last. I start headed in the direction of the last place I had heard anything about a rendezvous with, and that was the boat.
Okay.
Did Lincoln learn about the sacred passage over the course of
Our little synopsis.
the synopsis? Because that wasn't made clear, but but it happened during the lost session, so I'm
Yeah.
not sure what information.
I would say no.
Okay. Then yeah, in this case, Lincoln would drop the darkness spell, drop his disguised self, so he looks like his actual self,
Mm-hmm.
and then he will run with Zunrith to the boat.
Okay. All right. August, I assume you also go to the boat?
I'm barely alive on the drambulance, the dragon ambulance.
Okay.
So
Fair enough.
I assume that if the dragon is following them, then August
Just wherever.
is being transported.
Okay.
As long as Lucian's around, she's not going to protest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
Alicia would run alongside, and in this, Lincoln would have divulged to the party. I'm not sure if we're just doing a quick synopsis, but he would say they were going to look for you in your rooms and bribe the innkeeper. So I don't feel safe going to an inn.
The dragon follows you largely. And you guys go through the town. The dragon does try to stay pretty hidden. And actually, there's several moments where the dragon almost goes translucent, almost like a chameleon, to get through different parts of town, which is just an interesting sight in it of itself. Not completely, hidden from view, but definitely obscured in some ways. Why don't you guys give me a stealth check? I assume you all would probably want to sneak back to some degree, like alleyways.
Would I have a stealth check where I'm just riding a dragon here?
I would say, because the spell isn't going to cover you, I'm going to say yes, just take it at advantage, because you're not super active, but you do get the benefit of a creature that honestly is very, very good about getting around town without being seen.
Okay.
21.
6.
27.
As you're running through the city, Lincoln, you glance through an alleyway to the side, kind of just out of instinct, and you see Breck. and you blink your eyes, thinking it could just be a vision. But as you blink your eyes, you find this searing pain just entering your head. I need you to give me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma. 15.
15. You save, as you would have taken 9 psychic damage, but instead you'll take 5.
Okay.
And you hear Breck's voice say, "Halt." But it doesn't take effect. You continue and find your ways eventually to the boat. You make your way on board, taking the dragon, who the others protest a little bit too. And you notice that there is a particular corner which looks odd to you, Zunrith, as it looks like the crew have set up little, like, tablets with the moon sigils on your clothing. Oh my god, what happened to you all?
What are you doing? What are you doing to my clothes? Get out of here! Get out!
This is just a shrine for use to. Okay,
Out!
do you need anything?
Go! Out!
Okay, you clear the room. What do you all do here?
Bleed.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a second and try and bandage my wound, and then bandage anybody else's wounds, like August or whatever, afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna mutter though that this is going to cost lots extra if you keep running me through this work.
I want to get into Lucian's wine stash since he brought all of this. I'll go under like Lucian's bed.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start drinking it.
Yeah. Lincoln will, prior to, well, he's going to help Zunrith with applying first aid to everyone, but prior to doing so, he's going to look for a crewmate and just say, please tell the captain we need to leave immediately.
Okay. You find one of the individuals working on board. You find Ray, the other winged elf. Goes, we can't. The force field's still up.
Shit. Forgot about that.
How could you
Very well.
forget about it? There's a fucking dragon outside.
There's been some stuff going on.
Dragon's fine.
No doubt.
All right. Never mind then. He just goes and helps Zunrith apply first aid.
Okay.
So giving him advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. Zunrith, go ahead and make a few medicine checks.
Alright, well, one's a 1, but I said I would do that for myself first, so I can't take care of my own goddamn body, I guess.
Oof.
For the next couple, so one's a 10, 12, and 16 to
Okay.
get everybody in the party. 10,
Alright.
12, 16.
All right. You're able to bandage everybody up. Let's say everybody take 1d4 healing. It's kind of as a short rest, healers situation. Medora comes over to you, Zunrith, and sees that your hands are kind of shaking, dealing with your own body, and takes a natural 20 on a medicine check for you. So go ahead and take that d4 as well. Actually, take 2 d4s. Natural 20.
Nice.
You'll have a little bit of healing. You spend an hour recuperating or so, short rest, so you can roll some hit die. August, you drink. And in your inebriation, you hear a familiar voice. I want in.
Not too fucking bad. I'm out of commission.
I want in! And just this fury of the dragon overwhelms your mind. Zunrith, you feel the connection with the red deity that you've been conversing with snap a little bit. Not completely, just grow weaker. Lincoln, you also feel this with Alphega. What would you all like to do as you close out this evening?
Is there any mirror on the deck at all?
You ask around, and one of them actually picks up a mirror from the small shrine that was set aside. Kind of brings it over to you.
Cool. He's gonna take it and shoo that guy away, and then dissipate the rest of the shrine so it's not an actual shrine. And
Aw.
he's gonna look and see if the marks on his face are still there because he felt that weird twinge.
Okay. The marks look to be gone.
Well, that's pleasant. And he's just gonna go pass out now. He's just gonna lay in it in a random ass hammock and just try and fall asleep.
Find a hammock, take a long rest. August?
I thought the dragon took over my mind.
It didn't take over your mind so much as it just overwhelmed you.
Okay.
I want you to roll. How many natural ones did you roll during that fight?
I don't remember. I don't feel like I rolled any.
I don't think you did either. Why don't you give me one wisdom saving throw?
Mm. 16.
16. Okay. You're able to keep the dragon at bay from taking over, though you felt perhaps the most abrasive attempt on your autonomy that you've felt from his presence. Would you like to do anything else?
Probably pass out.
Hey.
Because I'm really injured. I probably just slump down and sleep propped up against the wall.
All right. As you begin to fall asleep, you notice that Lucian pulls out a letter. A note, really, more than a letter. Just something slipped to him at some point that you don't recall. Lincoln.
Lincoln is going to check with some of the crew on board and just ask if they've heard anything about someone named Breck, or if they heard anything about the Von Bothery siblings being found and being sought after. Basically, if they're hearing just interesting stories about people on the ship.
Okay. You ask around, and Ray comes over and says, actually, there was a formal invitation to each of you.
Formal invitation. From whom?
We don't know. We didn't open it. A messenger was sent.
What did the messenger look like?
She was tall, fading black hair with years and age, skin that looked aged but well taken care of. She wore rich robes and dresses. Seemed very well put together. We watched her approach and were afraid that she was about to end us some kind of cease and desist, leave the area. Not sure how that would have been possible. No idea why she was here, but to give you these. As you look down, you see that each of the letters there are 4 individually addressed, all with a seal.
The person he's describing, that doesn't sound familiar in my brain, but it's been a hot minute since we've had a session, so I'm not sure if I'm forgetting someone. Or
This
if Lincoln
person-
would know who this person is.
This is a public figure in the macro region. So it is possible you might know them.
Okay,
But
so history check?
yeah, give me a history check. It'll be a fairly high DC though for you based off of where you're from.
Sure. Natural 20 for 23.
Fuck shit.
Dude, you need to look at the rolls that I got. I got 2 maximum hit die rolls for Lucian's hit points, and then I got a natural 20.
Okay. The Ray continues to describe this individual a little bit longer. Slanted eyes, and just kind of an unearthly beauty about her. And noted that she spoke in an Ugnaughtian accent. This sounds a lot like a woman you know to be named Mavis Reed,
Mavis Reed.
who happens to be the mistress of the Baron von Bathory. And with that, I think that's where we'll end session.
Alright.
So thank you all for watching, and we will see you next
you.
Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye, guys.